Hi, Sub, how are you doing? I see. Hope you're well. Strange day weather-wise. It's been a bit wet here. Better now, though, but the nights are certainly cutting in, as I say. Get a bit dark a bit earlier. Got a lot to talk about. Wait and see a few more people join. Monday night can be a bit quiet, but like I said, many times I think winter time will be the time when this really goes crazy. People got nothing else to do. It's been warm in the south, I believe. Pete Ashworth, how you doing? Leslie, good evening. How are you? How's Paris? It's been a bit strange today. It's been a bit wet here, but in the north. Lovely in the south. The south had a fantastic summer. I do miss London, for that matter, the weather. I mean, it's cheaper to live in the north, but it's not the same. It's a different sort of lifestyle, really. How you, Dan? How you doing? Beef and chicken, howdy. Bang on time. Top, you're going to get the Mud Raiders star. That's it there. Well, it was open to everybody last night, beef and chicken, but I don't think there was any idiots came on. Maybe one or two. Bloody hot, yeah, but it was crazy in Portugal last weekend. Not the weekend this weekend, but the weekend before. It's 37, 38 degrees, which is very hot for Portugal. Jonathan, good evening. How are you doing? Hiya, Catherine. It's amazing me people are bang on time. It's a good sign that, you know. I've never been late for anything. Well, I wasn't, I was drunk. Well, it wasn't because I didn't have anything to be late for. That makes sense. But I was going to talk about the importance of relapse and try and go through a typical sort of 24 hours when I relapsed for the last time. Because I did a video last year. I started this channel April last year. So it's what, 16 months old, nearly. And I did a video about an Alcoholics Day, which was, it got 500,000 views somehow. But it was basically just going through what a day was like, really. 24-hour period, you know. I don't know if anybody's been the same, but I used to keep beer by the bed. And I couldn't even get out of bed. The slats in the bed had just gone down. I had this massive stomach, you know. Kill Young MF. 54 weeks, keep going. Nearly a few slips. Boredom is a killer. Yeah, it's a good one, that. Boredom is a massive problem. That's why I say you've got to plan some. You've got to have some healthy habit to go to. And you've got to be very aware of boredom, because if I was just spent drinking, you know, got to fill it with something. One at home. Wow, that's a fantastic donation so quickly. Thanks very much. I really appreciate these donations, you know. If you benefit from the one-to-ones, the lives, and the live on here, because it's one-to-one, the live broadcast, and please feel free to drop a super chat like one at home's just done, or buy me a coffee, which is at the top there. But thanks very much for that. So good of you. So good of you. Cars, hello. Frank, for you being on time gives a great. Any job you do, I'm glad you're on time. It's good. Thanks again, one at home. Don't take that. Ascites gave me like hard breathing. I think the stomach swells. It puts, but it does, yeah. Terry McKay, good evening. I remember once going to the hospital with the ascites, you know. And what they do is you lay your back as flat as you can to put the needle in, because you've got to put a pretty large needle into your abdomen to drain the fluid off. It's about that long, but about 12 inches long. Very thin. Thanks again, Wayne, for that donation. Really appreciate it. And it goes into the abdomen and drains off the fluid. Because when the liver gets shrunken, you get this ascites fluid. It can damage the kidneys as well, you know, really bad. And what happens is, try and lie you down as flat as you can. But I laid down, I couldn't breathe. I was like panicking, you know. And they took about 26 layers off in one go. It's agony. Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? Dan, if you had the ascites fluid drained off, I kept going back and back and back so many different times, you know. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. Amount of fluid I had up, but yeah, it just presses on your lungs, doesn't it? Really fucking bad. in my stomach, they said it was called gross ascites, which is obviously bad, isn't it? It's really massive and horrible. And I put a little nick in your side. Well, just numb it slightly. It took 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours to get the fluid off. I just had to keep doing that over and over again every few days. But you can't take too much of. And they give you albumin as a substitute. It's really, really a rotten way to live. I was going back there every couple of weeks when I was out of hospital, then back into hospital. So over 2.5 years, I was back in and out, in and out, in and out. There's 5 major hospitals in the northeast, and I went to all 5. Frank Foley, what another donation. So it's fantastic. Thanks very much. Incredible. Thank you very much, Frank. It really helps me to keep focused on the channel and keep coming back and producing content for you. And there's videos on this channel as well, so it's really good. Thank you so much. Cheers, Frank. Hope you're all well. So when you lay down the sides, it was hard to breathe. You say it's like pressed up, isn't it? But I actually couldn't breathe when I was flat. I had to get to put something behind my back, bring my head up a little bit, So I was always on time at opening time, but late getting out of the pub. That's true. Always early for the start, but late for the finish. I never had even heard of it before. I thought it was just getting a beer bag. And me, Don't Trip was horrible, isn't it? Thanks again, Frank, for that donation. 2 donations already. That's amazing. Hi, Neil. How are you doing? Let's see. I'm just talking about the ascites fluid we used to get. I thought I was getting a beer belly, but I noticed in where your belly button is, there's a little lump, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And the stomach became bigger, but I thought it was a beer belly, as you said there. Don Tripp mentioned beer belly, but it became hard to do. Can you hear this noise? Like that, like a tapping. It was solid. So the way you can test if you haven't got it is if you put your fingers out and tap on your stomach, you should feel a hollow. You should hear a hollow sound. Doi, good evening. How are you doing? I'm glad you're okay, Neil. So the ascites fluid was the main thing, or the first thing I noticed was a problem. But I didn't realize at the time I was so ill that I had this spontaneous bacterial peritonitis. And if you have the two things together, apparently 50% of people don't come out of hospital. It's that bad. And it affects the kidneys, so I was having kidney blood tests every day. My arms were black and blue, so thin and horrible. It was dreadful. Let's see, they took 20 litres from me. I weighed 80 kilos. I went to hospital on 51 kilos and I came out. Jesus. Yeah, it's horrible. But my ascites kept coming back, It's called recurrent ascites. Doctor's doing well. Eating blueberries, good. Any fruit and veg is good. Oh, with a new liver, you had it. Okay. Wow, incredible. Evening, Derek. Hope you're well. Let's see here. The thing is that it just took me to that level. I think that I may have had a transplant if I'd been fit enough. I remember the doctor saying in 2019, you're too, well, it's not a word, not medically, physiologically weak for a transplant. I wouldn't have had one anyway. I'd refused a transplant. I was so thin, horrible, weak, horrible. You know what I mean? I was just dreadful. I wasn't really living. Frank, for thanks, helps to keep the channel going. Yeah, thanks very much, Frank. Frank said donations there really help to keep the channel going. I agree. It's good to do this every night if we can. It takes a bit of time, but I think it's useful for people. And if you do get value from it, then drop a super chat or a coffee links there as well. Thanks again for that. We're done. How do you know when you have ascites fluid, Debbie? You get this swollen stomach. It looks a bit out of line as opposed to a normal fat stomach, if that makes sense. And it's hard to touch. It becomes very, very distended, and you'll see the skin stretch across your stomach and shining. Your umbilical area will swell. I got a massive hernia from that because it's the weakest part of your stomach. Mine was really seriously sized. After I had a little shunt put in the liver, I still was going up the ascites fluid, and I had a split at the top, on the top of the umbilical hernia. It was about that big. And I bled to death at home. They put 2 blast bandages on me and took me to hospital on a blue light during COVID. Horrendous. Didn't go into A&E, went straight into resus. Can you imagine that? I've been into resus many times when I was a police officer, but not as a bloody patient, I try meeting them too. I'm not crazy about them. Blueberries, that's the best thing you get if you want to eat fruit and veg, or fruit and veg, well, fruit and vegetables, but don't mix the two, is a blender. Bananas, blueberries, melons, strawberries, that sort of thing, and blend it with a little bit of milk. Charlie Duck, good evening, how are you doing? Catherine bought mine on Sunday morning, 2 packets reduced £1 each, that's good. Oh yeah, it's horrible, Debbie, the societies. Maybe it's different in everyone, but like Stephen says, it's swollen stomach, but it's hard, yeah, you kind of push it in. Richard, good evening, mate, how are you doing? Tennis Rocket, George. Hello, Paul. I like the fun cigarettes, but it was raining our way, wasn't it, today? The sun came out about midday. The sun always makes a difference, makes people happier. That's why we've got to keep this going during the winter. When I'm same with me, stomach wise, I was subconsciously rubbing it, the left side of my stomach without realising it. Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it? It's when the liver shrinks, basically. When it gets too damaged, it just shrinks. Even enjoying the chat with a zero beer, 7.5 months. Taking Depis, well done. 7.5 months, keep it going. Really keep it going. I was going to talk a bit about relapse, actually. That's what I did. Cars, some nice Greek yogurt, raspberries too. Put them in your porridge. Yeah, anything good. Anything that grows. Get away from tin stuff. Get away from bacon and sausage and all that nonsense. Now and again's all right, God, but not all the time. You've got to give you, when you've been at the bottom like we have, you've got to give yourself a fighting chance. And the only way to do that is to eat properly and drink plenty of water, drink plenty of milk. Other medicine I've learned over that, even my time in the police. I was a medic in the police for a while. A lot of medicine is common sense, isn't it? Like, if somebody's too fat, we'll eat less. You know what I mean? It's not difficult, that part of it. But we've got to change our diet, because we didn't eat well when we drank. Well, I didn't eat all. I didn't eat at all some points. Let's take an ice cream. Yeah, have some ice cream. God, yeah. We're not, as long as you're not throwing bottles of vodka down your neck, you can't be too purist about all this, I still use mouthwash, but I'm not drinking anymore, so I'm fine. I'm not swallowing the mouthwash. I'm just rinse my teeth. Look after your teeth as well. Look after your mouth. Look after your whole self. Christopher Tate, good evening, Steve. Hope you're well. Great day, Chris. Thanks very much. Yeah, my magpie's stomach was massive. Yeah, mine was. There's some posts on. I'm not really good with this laptop, but there's some posts on the YouTube channel. Will show you how bad my stomach was. Robert, in a week, booze is entirely out of your body. Is it out of your brain? It's never out of your brain. No, never out of your brain. I don't think it is. It never leaves your brain because it's something we've done for years and years, and we enjoyed it. We wouldn't have done it if we didn't enjoy it. One time, same with me. I didn't eat for days, maybe weeks. No, me. I was trying to go to Wetherspoons and do a little bit of a pizza. Even that became, well, not even pizza, a little bit of veg or something. It was horrible the way I lived. And I had a couple of accidents, but I didn't go to the doctor. I dropped some hot pasta sauce on my foot. I banged my foot. All these things I would have gone to the doctors for, but I didn't when I was ill. Don't trip. It will create neuron pathways that will stick around in most addictions. So, okay, that's interesting. That. Hi, Steve. My prediction came true. Not a drop this past weekend. Well done. Second and stuff. It's really good to do that. You've got to focus on yourself. It's good for you. You've got to be a little bit selfish with this. And you need to look after yourself first before you can look after anybody else. So Granny's food was always the best. Everything cooked from scratch, 100%. Yeah. My mother's 1994, but we always had what we called quite boring food looking back. Stews, casseroles. But it was all good, and that's why they lived to the 90s. Not many of us lived to the 90s. In my hometown, there was one Chinese takeaway when I was younger. There's everything now, isn't it? Everywhere available. You can even ring up. I do on the apartment, just have a takeaway and it just gets delivered. How easy is that, And you get people saying, I can't be bothered to cook. I can't be bothered to get fruit. It takes long to prepare a fruit. It doesn't take long to take the skin of a banana or you bite an apple, does it? People have become lazy, you see. So we've got to beat that. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's good that he's had Cygnus Stubbs had nothing all weekend. Well done. Nose Chin, remember that terrible story about the rats. Totally respect your courage in being here. I get that. But thanks, Nose Chin. Basically, I was just on the verge of telling you about my day. We started at 6 o'clock-ish, 5 o'clock whenever I woke up. Well, the rats would disappear. as soon as I woke up. Yeah, boring food but wholesome somehow. And then this bed was, the slats had collapsed. And this massive stomach. I couldn't hardly get out of bed, so I had to lie and just pour the beer into my mouth. My girlfriend actually laughs now if I do that. When we go away, so I'll just pour this beer out even when I'm lying to try and get some down me, to try and give me some energy, really, get open my eyes. Richard Bruce, yeah, alcohol is not good, 100%. That's right, it's hotter than hell here. I can't imagine how I could gone to work today. I was hungover. Not good, is it? Horrendous when you hungover, when you go to work. We can kick this together. Yes, the food was wholesome, wasn't it? And it's nice to try that again, isn't it? Instead of all this, I mean, I do like a curry, but you never eat a whole curry, do you? Oh yeah, about the rats. Yeah, there was lots of them. I actually caught a few. I had an old police baton. So I had a couple of batons when I left them at the old long stem ones, and I used to hit them and hit them. They never did any. They used to hide behind the sofa, behind cushions and whatnot. I used to take the rooster run. One I got a hold of. I put some old police clothes on. I had a black bin. I held it. It was a really strong thing. It felt like leather. Dropped it in the bag, and then at night tried to kill it. It's really terrible, the rats. But sometimes I used to run across the bed and I was like, fucking hell. What have I got myself into here? I mean, it was worse than Scholar, to be honest. I never changed the sheets in the bed. It was fucking dreadful. Winston, good evening. How are you doing? I see you again. Since I wasn't passed out on the couch, I got to meet my neighbour's cat. They just strolled through my open door and paid me a visit. That's nice. Some rats as big as cats. Oh, they were that big. Very huge things. Really bad. Tracy, good evening. How are you? Yeah, the rat thing really put things in perspective for me. And I thought, how the hell can I ever cope with life? Kevin, did you ever get tanked up in the Canary Islands Resort? Any stories? Met a lad from Essex, 10 a.m. midnight, tanning the liquor. Yeah, I got Fuerteventura was my worst one. 29 years ago, my daughter was 2, all inclusive. Jesus, I met some guys from Birmingham with my ex-wife then as well. It was a nightmare. Just drank all day and all night, all day and all night. James, evening still. I am off to Wales tomorrow. I keep strong because I know the ale will be flowing. I must resist it. Another big temptation. You've got to be careful with this because you got to have in your mind this. You got to have this mindset. If I drink again, I might have a little hit for an hour, but it might kill me, and it could be the last drink. I wish I'd listened to myself more. I had somebody to tell. I didn't have anybody to tell me. Even the doctors didn't tell me properly. What I mean by properly is, unless you've been an alcoholic, you don't know how to word it. Winston, in my dictionary, was the rat. Yeah. Sometimes. Nose chin. When you get drunk enough, animals realise that can't take advantage of you. They know. Well, that's a good point, actually. Nose chin. Yeah. I never thought of it like that. Forever, I was just sitting in a square day. It was quite. After the rain had gone, it brightened up a little bit. The black cats came in. I don't like cats. A black cat came and sat right next to me. Oh, it's good or bad, really. It's a very good point that when you get drunk enough, animals realise they can take advantage of you. Do you know that cats eat their owners if they die? The owner dies, apparently. Tying the liquor. I'm from New York. I don't get some of these. I've never heard that one, actually. Tying the liquors. No chin, that's mad. So I sold my pride and joy boat because of drinking. The new owner apparently was still finding her half-full bottles of vodka. Months on, yes, weird because you forget where they are, don't you? Forget where we've hidden them. Antonian, good evening. I hope you're enjoying these live sessions. I think it's doing us all a lot of good. If you are, then please feel free to stick a super chain or buy me a coffee links at the top there. Christopher Taylor, thanks for that. Another membership board. Thanks so much for doing that. Thanks to the donation we've had so far as well. It's early days and we're doing well. Keeps the channel going, this, really does. It's a massive help. Tanning Winston, yeah. I was spiked by so-called friend. That's horrendous, that, man. Man, sounds George, isn't it? That's horrendous, that. Tanning mass amounts, tanning. Yeah, I suppose tanning. Like Tanya, yeah, whatever, yeah, hit it hard. Just been in withdrawal, couldn't even move my hands. Bloody awful, Jason, isn't it? Yes, well, dog, really? I didn't know that, Catherine. What about a Labrador? I know that cats do, though. Don't you want to spite with what? Car's not a friend. Hope you ditch them. Yeah, well, I mean, can't you somebody spite in your fucking drink? I must admit, I spoke to a lad the other night I saw him a couple of weeks ago. He's a sensible guy, goes to the gym. He's not an alcoholic, he's a heavy drinker. He's really, really struggling. And I said to him a couple of days ago, what happened? He says, he's been spiked. It's the least I can do to support your fantastic channel. Thanks, Christopher. Really appreciate that. It's good to get some support, and you know what to do by now. If you want to support it, and thanks for being here as well. Without you, none of us would be here, would we? It's a good good place to be. It's a good place to meet. When you can't do without Libyan, yeah, I couldn't get anything in 2014. You need something to get you off, if you can. I went to the pub, went to the joints while they ordered. That's horrendous. If you spikes your drink. People have tried to encourage me to drink, and I told them to F off. Well, that's just fuck off, you know, arseholes. I've lost not a lot of people, not my friends, you know. Thanks, people, checking. Welcome, Christopher. Well, it's good to see everyone on here. Don't you like? Did I make you sleepy and more? Just wanted some pop to me. Terrible, isn't it? How people pop these things and took a day to recover. It will do, yeah. I mean, because you don't know what you're drinking, do you? Hello, Jonathan Clifton. How are you doing? Thanks for the endorsement there. We've got 50 people in 21 minutes. Incredible. Thanks for the donations. Thanks for the coffee. There's a coffee link at the top, pinned at the top if you want to buy a coffee and support the channel. Yeah, cut the drink and drugs. Now I'm cutting carbs. You see, keep fit. The only way to beat this long term is one, to start off the booze. That's obvious, isn't it? You don't need a doctor to tell you that. Secondly, nutrition. Thirdly, exercise. And fourthly, get some rest, if you can. And that will help you repair. That's what they do. The policeman, I was injured as well when I was a policeman. That's what they do at the military. You get some rest, R&R, rest and recuperation. There's some all about that. Long tours on G. You need a bit of time off. That's when you go to the doctor and say, don't feel well. They tell you there's a signal of 7 days, have some time off. Common sense again, isn't it? Don't get so stressed. Take it easy. People who buy drinks are the absolute worst scum, I'd say. Never spoke to the guy since known him for years. I would have knocked him out, one of them, with a chair. But respect my drink. Knocked him out with a chair, or cut his head off with a bread knife. That was a good expression we used to use. But that GHB stuff is tasteless and dangerous. Wow. I think if you have an exit plan in place for the binge you indulge, if you need to regroup, yeah, good point. You need a plan of action. But you shouldn't be binging, should you? Why are we all encouraged to drink? That's the thing. I remember going back to the 80s and 90s when I was in the Met, or when I was in London. I started in London. You were encouraged, it was expected that you would drink. Not just in the Met, just everybody drank. Solicitors are on you, lads who were in construction are on you, plumbers, decorators, bricklayers. If they didn't drink, they were like, wow, what's the matter with you? Most of them pissed up the wages because they were all within a week. Balance here, walk, gym, good food. Don't be hard on yourself. Yeah, good point. Try and relax without alcohol. That's the key. If you get relaxed without alcohol, you're doing well. TSP, yeah, I would make a whole schedule for the binge. That's good. If you can do it, but I couldn't do that now. I had no exit strategy. I just drunk. It's terrible about the spiking. Winston, nutrition absolutely, or else you're running your petrol car and diesel. Yeah, I'll catch up with you. 100%. We're getting to be old cars, aren't we? That's the thing. The more we run ourselves into the ground, we are an old wreck of a car. I mean, I've got an old Mercedes. Not a very expensive car, but I look after it because it's going to blow up, isn't it? I couldn't drive it 100 miles an hour. I wouldn't want to. Probably did 20 years ago, but not now. I drink a lot of Ensure. They're full of sugar too. Yeah, I think they're protein drinks, aren't they? Because I didn't drink today and have managed to paint a wall in my hallway. Brilliant. You see, you achieved something. You haven't drunk, you've done some exercise. So just make sure you eat something. You've done all four. Yeah. Try and get as much fruit and veg in as we can. And people ask specific questions. What type of fruit and veg? Anything will do. Start look after your body as well. Have like decent showers and put some moisturiser on, cream, and take pride in yourself again, because you lose all of that, don't you? You don't have any pride in yourself, your appearance or anything, when you hit the booze. Especially when I'm on a no carbs diet, but I'm still drinking and hence getting drunk quicker. You know, cut it down a bit, Tracy. If you want one-to-one support, there's a link in the description of all the videos. I did a video earlier, I put it on earlier about skiing. It's quite amusing, really, how bad I was and how nervous I was. I would love to go on skiing all day now. Now I'm fit again. Doing my hairdressing crowd in the 90s was obsessed with more and getting your name on the box. What's that about? People who save bottle corks and empty bottles like trophies. It's crackers, isn't it? I know that. I did a bit of work in the city. Cars, that's true, Steve. A pretty good bath and a hair wash, clean clothes and brush your hair. Yeah, and get some moisturiser on. I've just started cream. Sounds dreadful, isn't it? But put nice, good quality moisturiser on your body. It'll save your skin. Samantha, how are you doing? Nice to see you. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good day. I had a very busy day in a way, but not hectic like some people. We used to get them on prescription in the 90s, right? Ensure milk drinks. Yeah, they'll get protein thing on there. They're only any good if they're actually cold. Very cold. There's if you go out and get a panic attack, think you're about to collapse or faint, try to do it. Bet you can't. It's hard, isn't it? I had to use distraction. When I thought I was going to have a panic attack, pretend I was on the phone. I even ring 150 on EE. Just take my mind off it slightly. Samara, on completion of submarine qualification, you have to drink a tumbler of rum with your submarine brooch at the bottom and rest brooch on the top lip in front of the captain. Jesus. A bit similar to the police, that, you know. If you didn't drink 10, 12 pints before long weekend, then you weren't part of the group, which is mad, isn't it, really? Thanks, Eddie. Advice helped. It would do, yeah. I mean, it's good that we're all exchanging information here as well, isn't it? I've learned a lot, you know. I hope you have as well. I think there are sugar-free ensures. Don't trip. I got nicked a few times drinking. Sat to serve one of them, trying to fight the doorman. I would say the police was generally okay. They never. Then you would wake up. Yeah, that's just 4 hour layover in the cells. Thanks for the donations so far. I really appreciate those. If you are benefiting from these lives, as I hope you are, then please drop us a chat if you want, or the coffee links at the top. I've also got an ebook out as well. You know, it's only $5.99. The link is in the description to all of these things, of all the videos. Ensures drinks are expensive. Yeah, they will be, especially from Boots. Boots at chemists, so expensive, isn't it? This next statement might make a few people puke, so apologise. Yeah, go ahead when you're ready. James Rullo, there's your crazy advice, but I bet that works. Cars, and get those candles lit, Catherine. Bought your ebook tonight. Oh, thanks, Dottie. What did you think of it so far, as they say? Well, I have sometimes gone for weeks without showering in basic hygiene. That was me years ago. Now I have at least 2 showers a day. And I put this moisturiser on because my partner made me do it. And it's good. You feel good when you have a shower. You feel good, well rested. You feel clean and tidy. And it makes a massive difference to your mental health when you feel clean, tidy. And I don't know, there's just something about it. It's a good feeling, isn't it? These clean clothes, ironed and all this sort of thing. I didn't iron any clothes for years. I just used to hand wash t-shirts and this and in the sink. It was crazy. Tom, well done, Tom. Round of applause. 41 days today. Well done. Keep going. Keep smashing it, Tom. Tony MC. Hello, everyone. How are you doing, Tony? Mention since 41 days, great progress. Fantastic. Don't trip. It's healthy to take to like self-care and clean. 100%. Yeah. I've learned that. This has been a big advantage to me. That why not? Yeah. How about you filling dozens of empties with piss because you can't get out of the couch, get off the couch, the bathroom, and spilling on the floor? Yeah, we've all done that, haven't we? There's pain in a bucket sometimes. Jane says, "Well done, Tom. Cars, Longest I went was 2 weeks without a shower. Slept in my clothes, no wonder the cat never slept with me. I'm surprised, huh? Great Tom. Like I said today, what about the black cat? Sitting near my feet, wouldn't go away. I didn't try and get it away. It's unusual for a cat to come near me. Dottie, the book was a good introduction to getting sober. Thought it made me sad seeing how you used to be, but amazing how better you are now and dedication to help us. If you look at Dottie's comment there, this one here, this ebook's only $5.99. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's a handy book to refer to when you feel like having another drink. There's some of the photographs in there are hideous, how ill I was. If you want to buy it, there's a link in the description of all the videos. And it's only the price of a pint, isn't it? Well done, Tom. You're good. Con. Top job, Tom. Booze is cycle, drink, pay out, drink more. 100%. Dotty. So we could be related. Cats know if they're not like Steve, that's why they hang around. It's a good look, isn't it? Blood in the stools, sore stomach, that's not good. Jake, reader. And so we could be related. Yeah, there's a lot of symptoms, isn't there? Yeah, the main one is, I think, is tiredness, feeling lethargic. I'm going to come. In fact, prior to that, for me, it was anxiety, severe anxiety, and it was like to the point I couldn't actually do anything, not anything at all. I mean by that, I couldn't get into a taxi, I couldn't go on a bus, I couldn't get on a train. I was always feel very, very nervous in a shop. Couldn't go to big shops. It was just like small shops. Couldn't cross the road sometimes. I used to have to go along to a zebra crossing and wait until everyone else was going and like mixing a crowd. It was madness. Con, thanks very much for your donation. Appreciate that very much. Cheers, mate. Thank you so much. Crooked Timber. Always has a good emoji on, Con. Thanks very much, mate. Tom Mahoney, thanks all. Nikki, evening all. I have a black cat too. All right. Winston, stools, inflammation, alcohol kills off the stomach lining. David Lewis, I can't see the link to the book. It should be in the description. If you go on the description, there's a link at the bottom saying grab my ebook on the YouTube channel, on one of the videos. I'll try and pin it on here, maybe tomorrow or something, and work out how to do it. But yeah, it should be in the description of some of the videos to grab my ebook under beacons. Jerry, I've been drinking 20 plus a day from 17, now 19, haven't stopped. Now there's blood in the stool. Oh, it's not good, is it? You've got to get some help with that, I think, Jake. Because the body alcohol destroys the body. Some of that just break it down, What's their name? Thank you, Con. Yes, thanks, Con, for that donation. Really appreciate it. Anybody else wants to drop a super chat in or buy a coffee, then please do it. Help support the channel. And keep things current, keep things regular, and be on here for you, and you can be on here for each other. That's the idea. My pleasure. Thanks, Con. Really serious. Please get this looked into. Yeah, I think Robert needs to get that sorted. Dear, where's the link to the book, please? I've got it. Oh, you got it, David. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Anybody else wants to look at the ebook? It's only $5.99. There's a link in the description to that on Beacons. Dottie ebook is on the community page. Dottie knows more than I do. Thanks, Dottie, for that. It's worth a lot because when you think about, if you think about just relapse, I'm going to talk about relapse later. That book will, you'll see, Jesus Christ, this guy went from being fit to being 9 stone. It didn't take long. If we pin it, I'll find this interesting. Well, okay, Richard, I'll pin it up tomorrow night. Hi, Steve. I'm well, Bertie Bassett. Thanks for that, Richard. 10 days now for Bertie. Round of applause. STP, 19 and tummy problems sounds like a problem. I had 20 a day for 30 years and never got blood. Just a lot of beer, that. Hey, guys, my cat's called Night Fury. IBB. Deal. See above link. Thank you. Car's getting to a nice name. I don't know. Steve, please post a link to your ebook there. Yeah. Samantha, I don't know how to do it from here. I will post it tomorrow when I've done some research into that. I'm not sure how to do it at the moment, but I'll speak to an expert that I'm seeing tomorrow, and I'll get it sorted. Thank you very much for that. 124 overseas followers. Best to send an email. Okay, right, got you. Thanks, Scott. I have no idea how alcohol hasn't killed me, nor me. Thanks, Samantha, for that information. I'll sort it tomorrow, promises. To everybody, Steve, do you know why people get thin when on the booze when there is so many calories in booze? Basically, because you've got no nutrients going, it's just empty calories. That's why the booze empty, totally empty calories. Betty Bassett, keep going. Good lad, 10 days, feeling much better. I'll get the link to the book sorted for tomorrow. It's quite interesting. I've been told it's really good. I mean, I've got my partner give me a hand with the grammar because my English isn't. It's all right. It's not as good as some people's. No nutrients, Dave, just sugar. Yeah, no nutrients in alcohol. Remember the old days? I mean, the sub will remember this and a few others. If you're 40 years plus, you remember when people used to take Guinness into the hospitals and the nurses would allow it because apparently it had iron in it. Come on, well and Bertie. I think people don't eat properly when that's a good point, Catherine. You don't eat properly when you're drinking either. But you keep going, you will be all sorts of trouble. Well said. So beer would be great if it was healthy for you. Of course, wouldn't it? Yeah. I think alcohol is a food suppressant most alcoholics don't eat regularly. I agree. I've got a friend who's only 42. It's an associate. He lost a lot of weight. He keeps saying, "Oh, I haven't got any weight loss." I said, "Why did you get 2 links taken off your watch the other day?" Leslie, Jake, you must see your doctor and get an examination. Maybe nothing serious, but yeah, you've got to see the doctor. Don't put off the doctor. If it's serious, it'll get seen. And be honest with them if you're drinking too much. Don't say you're drinking 5 pints when you drink 25, because they can't diagnose you. You know what I'm saying? I thought you were saying dirty bastard, aren't you? Beer used to be healthier than water back when the water could be purified. Maybe, yeah, good point. Jake Reader, yeah, but it's been happening for 2 to 3 months. Go away. Yeah, you've got to get it seen to. Dr. GP told me when I was pregnant to drink Guinness. Terrible. They wouldn't do it now. That takeaway after drink is no good for health. Frank, you're so right there. You can't be eating the takeaway nonsense after you've been on the drink. It's not good for you as well. I mean, the stuff we used to eat, the kebabs, there's nothing wrong with the kebab, you know. Now and again with a bit of salad, but not with the 12 pints, 15 pints, 20 pints of beer on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Not good at all. 2 to 3 months, but get the medic. Yeah, you've got to go to the doctors. Alex used to say Guinness was good for a pregnant woman because of its iron content, but it turns out it doesn't have much iron anyway. No, it doesn't. You heard that, Doc? Winston, I have pizza twice a week. That's right. It's not as long as you're on a drink. My dad used to swear by a Maxim. That's similar, isn't it? I remember Maxim. Double Maxim was a northeast drink as well, wasn't it? That was like a dark thing. Really, really, really very dark and tarry it was. Cards my dice to West Winston. Rest of days I have whole foods. Yeah, you got to, you know what to do. Common sense will do the food thing, isn't it? As much as you can get that grows really healthy food, mangoes, raspberries, but you know all that sort of thing. Rest of days I have to whole foods. Tom, my mum used to dip my dummy in a glass of Guinness. Yes, people still do that, I imagine. Jake, it's not blood, it's greeny. Still get it seen to Jake. Well, sobriety from tomorrow will keep me posted. Good man. Keep us posted every day. Listen, if you're leaking blood and you have to, and you have to drink Guinness for the iron, you're losing. Even is that the book link in there? Have you got it? How do we get that on there then? So I've pinned that or something. Well, the £5 donation. Thanks so much. It's incredible to get such support. It really keeps the channel going, and we'll I think beef and chickens put the beef book link on there. We'll pin that or something, shall we? I'll pin that, will I? Oh, I don't know. Maybe you can pin it. I don't know what to do with that. So the best navy in the world used to give the sailors ale instead of water than a quarter of a pint of rum. But it's crazy, isn't it? Copy and paste. Right. Samantha, what are you laughing about? That's really funny. That is funny for you. Neil, I'm on day 32. Got to say I'm okay and no great reviews. That's great, Neil. Well done. Tony, thanks for what you do. That's very much appreciated. Your comment there. Thank you so much. Yeah, beef and chicken, if you can sort that link, I'll be grateful. I know you're in America, but I'll buy some chocolates. Jake, I've tried to stop loads and can't. No one knows how much I actually drink, though, and helpful. Jake, there's a link. I keep saying there's a link to one-to-one mentoring in the description of all the videos. It'll take you to a number, and you can do a one-to-one with me. Have a look at that. Well done, Neil. 100%. Great, Neil. Well done. Thanks for the donation. If anybody else wants to drop a donation, then you know what to do with the super chat. There's also buy me a coffee link at the top there. It's much appreciated. It keeps the channel supported. Keep going, guys. Yeah, everyone just keep plodding away. The ultimate goal here, the end game, is to be super healthy and super fit again, isn't it? We don't be super fit. Come on, we're not track and field athletes like some people that I know, but we can be the best version of ourselves again, which is what we strive for, isn't it? So you buy a domain with the book link, then you can just say the domain name that people can visit. Okay, I'll take a photo of that. I think I know somebody can help me with that. Right, cheers. Because the book is good and the price of it's nothing, is it? $5.99. Tony MC, thanks for all this, Steve. You're welcome, sir. Welcome, Tony. Bertie Bassett, Jay. I've been passing blood, had camera down, all clear, and had camera up. They found polyps and removed too. Back in the 22nd for another thing to be removed. Okay. Thanks for giving us some data on that. There's a lot of medical issues. We talk quite openly, and this are all older than we want to be, really, don't we? Cheers, David, for that. Yeah, so we'll get back to. I'm trying to get back this 24 hours on the life of an alcoholic. I had this bed that was sunken down because of the slats being knackered. Possibly removing as soon as possible. Thanks, Winston. And I just couldn't get out of bed. Oh, beef and chicken, right? That's the link there then. So what do I do with that? I'm loving all this help, it's fantastic. I had a lot of help with my partner as well. Right, so that's the link there. Right. I don't know what to do with it, but I'll leave it on there for a moment. If anyone wants to look at the book, it's on the second bottom comment. They click on that. Thanks, Beef and Chicken, for your help here. Jake, isn't it 19 to be an alcoholic, though? I had this question the other day, actually. I think I mentioned it from a partner who mentioned, can an alcoholic be any age? Can you become an alcoholic at 50 or 60? And I always thought it was young, but maybe you can at any age. Because the younger you start, the more chance you've got of becoming alcohol dependent. This is the issue. Thanks for doing that again, Beef, with that link. It's really good of you. It's helpful. And thanks for the coffee donation. Thanks for having this come in. Yeah, thanks for the link. Cheers. I can't thank you enough, Beef, for that. Andrea, thanks for the link. Thank you. I will get it sorted, I think we've been doing this about a month now. So, it's a bit sort of embryonic, but it's going to be good. But it's good now, isn't it? Everyone's enjoying it. That link doesn't work. Oh, well, that's not good. I'll pin it. I'll get it sorted for tomorrow. It is Beacons, though, definitely. I know it's definitely Beacons. You can't copy and paste it from here, can I? I'll sort it out tomorrow, 100%. Hang on, how do computers work? Oh, yeah. So, Bertie, polyps are common. Hope you get test results come back negative. The nurse gave me a photograph of the inside of my bowel, and it has made in a Christmas card. God. Typical military, that, isn't it? Good man. Yeah, so when I was getting to the point of no return with this alcohol, I had this alcohol near my bed, just kind of still. You drink a few sips, trying to get me to sit up, then I'd probably be sick or something. The first few drinks, maybe, but I just had to get a few drinks in to give me the strength and mental ability to try and walk a little bit. I was so weak. And that was the start of my day. Nice to take me half an hour just to do that. Terrible mess. So Bertie Post, I can't hope your test results come back negative. Let's have it in Bertie. Thanks, sub. Bertie, been to CT scan, diagnosed with diverticulitis. That can cause bleeding, but get it checked. Yeah, definitely get everything checked. Check. Don't put off the doctors. Alcoholics tend to put off the doctors. And dentists. I did for 10 years. Before my teeth were fine. I've had them done now. So they all set and white. Yesterday, my great nephew had to be weaned off it. He's tiny, my sister. Horrendous, isn't it? But bastard benign. Right, okay, got you. So I couldn't get out of bed until I had a little drink. Then I would probably regurgitate. Try and start at the bathroom. Just hadn't had a hair wash or shower for a really long time. Try and get a few more cards. I had a load of stash. So I used to get this company called Dial a Drink to bring beer in the middle of the night. I was so frightened of running out. My anxiety was running at a massive level. Even post, I was shaking open post. I don't know what was going to happen to me. Thanks, Beef, and there's links on the bottom again for this book if you want to have a look at it. Cheers, Biffy. I don't know what the other two moderators are, but you've done a sterling job again. And I just couldn't get out of bed. Jake, normally start drinking 10 to 11 and 11 p.m. Yeah, you've got to get checked. Con, how many years were you in the first week? It's just nuts that there's some jobs that are so known for alcohol cops. About 20 years altogether. Just about 20 years. High stress. What the high stress, Con? If I'd been a solicitor, I would have drank as much, probably more. Or bricklayer, or a carpenter. Oh, you've done the book link. Thanks very much. Way, thanks, Biffy. That was the right one. Then just click on there if you want to look at the book. Some jobs have got a bit of a name for the military as well, but I think it's everywhere, to be fair. I'll tell you a funny story quickly about that. When you say police, I remember feeling really ill one day in my 20s, and I got taken to hospital. And I wasn't drinking, but I was sort of recovering a bit. And the doctor asked me what I did for a living. I told him I was a young sergeant in the Met in central London and all that. I said, I find it stressful. And he was only a young chap himself, an emergency doctor in London. And he said, oh, do you find it stressful? I said, yeah. He said, do you think I find this fucking stressful? I'll never forget that. The way he talked to me, he was like, wow. And he was right, medics as well. Thanks for doing the book link. Yesterday's mother died because of drugs. Oh, good evening, Steve. Looking well. Thanks, Mick. Thanks for that. Carlos, great success, Beef. Well done. So, good evening, Steve and everyone. Nice to see you. Sorry to read that Catherine, my uncle, was an alcoholic, has just been diagnosed with dementia. Wow. Bertie, this definitely need checking out, though, if seeing blood. Yeah, you got any blood, get it checked. Drinking at lunchtime is banned in most jobs now. Yeah, I think it's all changed, isn't it? Massive drinking culture at lunchtime in London, especially. Hope you're. It's quite a lively evening again, isn't it? Last night was good as well. If you're getting value from these lives, then please feel free to drop a super chat in or the coffee links at the top as well. It all helps us to support the channel and keep it current and moving along. Well, Christ, that makes sense. So tough job. Yeah, it does. Medicine, police, anything like that. Alan, Arjan. Good evening, all friends here. Greetings from Quadenberg in Germany. Nice to see you. What part of Germany is that? I've been to Germany a couple of times. Lake Constantine, where I was years ago. David is every night. Drink on the job too. Haven't been caught though. Yeah, Jake, you gotta sort of get a grip, I think. Otherwise, you'll end up like me. So trying to get out of bed in the morning, every morning, couldn't stagger. I was staggering about, trying to put some water on my face, trying to wake up. Then I'd sometimes just lie in the bed again, fall asleep, and on and off and on and off all day, really. And then I was just like trying to function a little bit and think, I've got to get out of this flat. And about 4 o'clock, I'd try and put some clothes on and try and get a taxi down to the town to mix with somebody, to see somebody. And generally, it would be the same old soaps and the boozer, just to feel normal again. It was just hideous the way I lived. Absolutely dreadful. It just took everything from me. There's nothing good about it. I can't think of anything good about it. I can think of some crazy days when I was young. I'm talking about in my 20s. But in the end, it's a killer. I just found out today, a friend of mine who's 56 had an aneurysm. He's a big drinker, big smoker, but he was quite, not fit, but he had a quite manual job. I think it was like a tradesman type thing. Did a bit of plumbing, did a bit of carpentry, bit of decorating in a hotel, like an odd job person. He's had this aneurysm, very, very ill. Due to your work, I was wondering where you get all the money. So, the most common reason for a blood from the stool is usually constipation causing a tear in the anal tissue. Yeah, I think you're right there. But still best to get it checked, isn't it, obviously? Promises you broke. Arjan is in the middle of Germany, near the Harz Mountains. Good beer here, but not for me anymore. Good, you're off it. That's great news. Welcome to the channel. Welcome from Germany. If you want to drop a sort of chat in, please do. There's a coffee link at the top. If you want to support the channel, if you can come back again, bring your friends along, and subscribe to the channel. Be nice to see you. I'm here most nights at 9 o'clock. But that's fresh brewed in dark stores. Worry about black stores. Okay, definitely get the doctor. It's a worrying time waiting for the doctor to give results. It's best to go though. Nicky, have you heard of Underberg? I believe it's German. My friends and I watched the moon rise over the sea last night. A Norwegian lady joined us with a tiny bottle of Underberg. I think I've heard of that actually. 4.4, 44%. Jeez. That's strong. It's great to get your pride back and a bit of self-respect. Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it, Anne? Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Self-respect. Richard buffeting, that's the stuff. Jerry, it's coughing up and spewing bits every morning normal. No, I did that as well. You've got to really get some help. You really have. You've got to get something done for that. Otherwise, you're going to end up in a box like I nearly did. Or melted down, as it were, because you've got to be conscious of how your health is feeling. Once it gets to that stage, it will just get worse and worse, not get any better. My friend got caught drinking on the job. CCTV caught him out. He ended up losing his job on this record. Yeah, that's no good, is it? No good at all. If you do want to leave a coffee, then please hit the link at the top and support the channel if you can. Frank Foley, it's great to be hungover free. It is. It's nice to just wake up fresh, isn't it? Reliability is the key, You can be reliable again. The reason I knew I had a problem with alcohol when I started at 16. Yeah, I think I did when I was young, I liked it too much. And I seemed to have a tolerance to it that my friends didn't. When I was 16, I was drinking with some rugby club lads who were 21. 18, 21. And I could drink more than them. Because I didn't get silly. I was never loud. Never got into trouble or anything. I was quiet, pleasant drinker. As I am now, a quiet, pleasant person. But I was ill, obviously, later on in life. Catherine, maybe your stomach ulcer. Frank, it's great. It is hangover free. It's fantastic, isn't it? Catherine, thanks so much for that donation. Really appreciate that. Means a lot. It supports the channel, keeps everything moving along, keeps it regular, concurrent, and very dynamic. It goes very quickly, this, because there's a lot of people on here. It's brilliant. Couldn't get back to Reza. I had a problem with 16. I think I did too. Chris Tate, the recovery community is incredibly supportive and helpful group. We have no ulterior motives, and our only wish is to see people regain their life. Excellent message, that. Regain their life, get healthy again. Thomas, you get braver and probably get caught. I lost several jobs for drinking. Yeah, it's very true. Thanks again, Catherine. I was sober, not having stomach ache, wondering, is it wind on? Well, you never know what it is. You just got to just be as healthy as you can. And the way you're going to do that is, like I said, get off the booze, get some exercise, eat properly, and get some rest. I think it used to be £20 for 60 bottles of Budweiser. So it spoke to us. Well, this Christmas is going to be even worse. There'll be lots and lots of deals on alcohol. There's a message, I think it was in the Daily Telegraph the other day about alcohol pops coming back. Not that they've ever been away. I don't know much about them, but be a big push on that this year. Jake, I'm scared to go to doctor. I know what you're saying. I was for years. It didn't do me any good. First thing the doctor said, "Why didn't you come earlier?" You've got to be mindful of that as well, because by delaying it, it's going to cause more problems, isn't it? It's easy for me to say that now, but as Lisa said, hi Lisa, don't be frightened to go, because they can sort you out. These people, the medical stuff, and then we'll sort you out here, on the mental health side and the positivity side. Because when you're sober, if you keep coming here, you'll stay sober. Yeah. Even checking, just checked in my head, clicked in my head. Alcohol use disorder is progressive, or very progressive. Yeah. I don't change either, and I drink whiskey. It's gone. Still chilled out, and people really have no idea what I've drunk. It's nice in a way, but a curse. Yes, I understand what you're saying. I was like that. These eyes, Steve, you're struggling. Okay, well, if you want to do one-to-one, I think we might spoke about this briefly. Go on to the description. There's a link in there. The descriptions on all the videos. The link on there, Beacons 1-to-1. And my number's in there as well. Text me or hit the Beacons link and we'll book something. That's the best way. You were doing quite well, weren't you? But it's come back again. You see, this is the problem. This relapse comes back to a lot of people. It did me as well a number of times. It's not easy to stay off. That's why I'm doing these, to try and keep people off it. And, that's why it needs to be supported and keep it going every night. I know you are, Jay, but you're building it all up in your head. Yeah. Catherine said that, building it. You build stuff up in your head. You worry about too much when you're drinking. But the first thing they'll ask you is stool sample. They'll do that, yeah. The doctors know what they're doing with that. Gee, they don't judge. They've seen it, yeah. Robert, the doctors have got no time to judge. They'll just get on with the job. So some people get a bigger hit from alcohol than others. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It doesn't bother some people, does it? You're in the right place, Lisa. 100% thanks. Chuck Daniels is a demon. Never tried that. I never drank spirits. How can I donate to this channel? There's a buy me a coffee link at the top there, Lisa, if you want to click that. Or there's a super chat button. A super chat link here. You can donate through there if you wish to. Thanks, Lisa, for that. The buy me coffee at the top. And then there's a super chat. I noticed you were doing really well. Yeah, really well. The link should be pinned at the top there. Because I've been to hospital 4 times for checkups. I'm 29, and now they said I'm all good. I think it's supposed to be underweight. Yeah, 29's young, but the body will start to break down. Staying at pubs helps me a lot. You can't be tempted, to get triggered. Yeah, Lisa, I'm going to see that you're not doing well now, but try and get a one-to-one. We'll sort you out. One of them makes me a monster. Some people it does affect like that. Thanks, Beef and Chicken, who's speaking to Lisa there. Except, hi, Lisa. Okay, thank you. Hi, Lisa. I will do it now. No problem, Lisa. But we need to get you off it. It's incredible how powerful alcohol is, and the power of addiction is absolutely massive, and it will take you straight back to drinking, even after a transplant. I spoke to a chap called Quentin Anstey, who's one of the head liver people at one of the transplant centres, and he said quite a lot of people after they've had a transplant will drink again and die very quickly after. So I said, how's that? Why? So I've done a lot of research into this, spoke to a lot of people. All he said was the power of addiction. Couldn't explain it himself. And he's a top man. We're all top people here, aren't we? We've all got knowledge. We can't explain it. Just to wobble, Lisa. Just slow down. DJ is very easy to drink. To his mind. Jack Daniel. Oh, sorry. I thought it was somebody called Jay. JD is very easy to drink, is it? I've never tried it, I have to say. I like the long drink. Too much long drink. Too many long drinks. So at least I remember you saying you was doing well years ago. Yeah, I know. I remember that. It was before drinking. I was playing rugby, healthy weights. When I started drinking with a year tall and skinny. Yeah, it doesn't take long. Does it? Doesn't take long. One drink is lethal to alcoholics. That's why I stay out of the pubs. One drink's far too many. And you must have this mantra in your head: I will not pick up the first drink. You know Gaza, everyone knows Gaza. He has this thing when he's interviewed, oh, I just picked up, I picked up. That's what he uses. I wish I hadn't picked up. Just don't touch the first drink. Don't be fooled that it's going to do you good. You're going to feel good. Those days have gone. It's an old chapter. It's well in the past now, The days of euphoria and this and the other. We're older now. Anybody who's past 40 is older. And you should be mindful of that with alcohol and the way you live generally. And you've got to be very careful with it because you're drinking poison. It's as simple as that. Who wants to drink poison? Even if you just feel quite good for a short while, it's not going to do you any good in the long run, is it? You're going to be a nightmare to yourself. Look how many people have died. Look how many people are. I mean, I know probably 10 people who used to go to that pub I used to go. Half of them dead. The other half are in wheelchairs. See, they're only the same as me or younger. Before drinking, I was playing with From one drink is lethal, so to Paul Margaret is another. Yep. You cannot be drinking at all, unfortunately. Not good at all. All this is flowing quite well. It seems to be getting busier, which is good. And if you do get benefits from the lives, then please drop a super chat, buy me a coffee at the top. Link is there, pinned. I was still getting to get this on the story with 24 hours in drink. It'll probably resonate with some people. I couldn't get out of bed, you see. Couldn't do anything. I never slept properly, didn't eat properly, didn't do anything properly. It was a total mess, I guess alcohol is like pointless once you pop, you can't stop. Yeah, it's true. I meant Pringles, not pointless. Yeah, Pringles. I don't like Pringles, funny enough. I know a lot of people do. But yeah, very, very Moorish, wasn't it? So yeah, you become to hate it. When you become to hate alcohol, it's a good point in your life when you hate it. You don't want to go back on it because what happens with the kindling effect when you go on and on, back on and off and on and off. You don't when you drink again. It doesn't. There's no like hangover. It's just straight to withdrawal, and that's when you are in a total mess. It's like that with salt, sugar foods, same sugar addiction. Yeah. Anybody try to eat a box of matchmakers? Well, not a box. Anybody try to eat 3 matchmakers out of a box? No thin chocolate things. Nobody can eat 3 matchmakers. Everybody has to eat the whole box. So keep playing the fruit machine of sobriety, lots of failed spins. Eventually you'll hit the jackpot. That's a nice way of putting it, tomorrow. I don't eat very good today. I only eat noodles. It's better than nothing, isn't it? Tell you what I saw today. I used to live on these when I was very, very young. Beef and tomato pot noodle. Asda. Incredible. With a bit of red sauce and a bit of brown sauce. Red sauce, actually. Tom, I live in a state legal for weed. We consider smoking weed as being sober. I think so. Yeah. You don't get many domestics. You don't get many violent assaults through weed. Most of the crime I dealt with in the Met was drink related, not weed related. You know what I'm saying? Jack could never hate alcohol. It makes me feel good. Yeah. I know you're saying at the moment, yeah, but if you're getting more ill, you're not like it. You need to get the doctor with you, Jake, honestly. I mean, everyone's pushing for you to do that, yeah. We don't need it. Big hugs to you. Use relapse to learn what you do better now. Better next. Yeah, good point. Don't beat yourself up, Lisa. You'll get well again. We'll get you well. That's what we're here for. Body eating spirit. Chocolate. Chocolate, yeah. Chocolate's alright. Don't worry about the chocolate. I like a bit of matchmaker. Tony M says stick 2 matchmakers up your nose. It's impossible to eat after that. That's a good point. Neil, I used to get up at dinner time on Sunday, complete waste of day. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Thanks, Lisa. We love you all. We love you too. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. That's the same here, Nicky. Chocolate's good. dark chocolate. People smoke it like a cigarette. Yeah, you'd be okay with weed. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but there you go. Don't need to be to it. It's common sense. Frank, after 10 p.m. at night, the mood on the streets change because of alcohol. Oh, massively. Of course it does, especially in the winter when it gets dark all the time. Yes, Neil, 30 bars of dark chocolate is good for you in small amounts. Everything is good for you in small amounts, isn't it? Well, not apart from alcohol, obviously. Food-wise, though, you can have a bag of chips now and again. Not going to kill you, is it? Smoking's not good, though. Con, hold tough. These are better days ahead. Well said, Con. If you enjoy these one-to-ones and live sessions, please drop a super chat in, support the channel, or hit the Buy Me a Coffee link, which is pinned at the top there. Hold tough, Lisa. Never a true word spoken. Yeah, you've got to just hold your nerve. I believe you've got partners all, which just helps. A lot of people on their own struggle, and I wish I had something like this to refer to. I had nothing. I was just to sit alone after I come back from the pub and just hope that the next day would be better. The next day was always worse. When you've lost more on addiction than you'll hate it, yeah, definitely don't. Turmeric is very good for you. And is it okay? I don't know, a bit of turmeric with some lemon, a bit of water. Steve Jones, thanks for the channel. I've looked up my symptoms, or more importantly, faced up to I'm giving up booze, hopefully recovery. Good. If you need any help with that, there's a link one-to-one mentoring on the description of all the videos. Nicky, dark chocolate contains magnesium, right? 70% cocoa. I know, I still do some, M&S do some chocolate like that. Jonathan Clifton, it's suited, bro. Well, again, I did. Lisa, you do bread. Lisa, you did bread, and will again. It's for Lisa. I did 3 months and thought, yeah, I'll just have a couple. No chance, man. Terrible, isn't it, how it catches us up? 8 years I did, then a couple. Turmeric and some olive oil. Yeah, I heard that, Richard. Yeah. Did you used to forget stuff from a day ago? Yeah, definitely. You forget everything. Not everything, but you forget a lot of stuff. Nick, 100% dark chocolate. Yeah, you forget stuff. You don't perform well. You don't even function. It's not a good place to be. To be honest, it's not really going to do you any good at all, is it? You know what I'm saying? Tom, what helps me with cravings is very carbonated water. That's a good point because it sort of fills you up a bit, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying? This is a nightmare for millions of people. It is, 100%. It's too available, isn't it? Thanks, Lisa, for your endorsement there. I wouldn't say I'm amazing. I'm just trying to help. I'm helping to help a lot of people, and hope we can all help each other. It's a good little community. Listen, get bigger, get stronger with time. It's only been going a few weeks. It's doing well. Some good people on here. Some very clever people. People with a lot of scientific knowledge as well as practical knowledge. Cass, if I'm a hound for chocolate. If I crave it, use extra strong mints or the nasal things. Inhale. Really, I didn't know that. Johnny, last week I got to my 2 years sober. Even Chicken just posted the link there for the book. If you want to have a look at the book, it's on there. And thanks, Beef, you've done a really good job. You don't realize how much I'm relying on you. How helpful it's been. If you want to have a look at the book, it's $5.99. It's really good to refer to. And it's very helpful, apparently. Simone, I remember the chocolate liqueurs hanging on the Christmas tree. As a kid, I loved them all. Yeah, I remember that. Thanks, B, for the book. Chocolate liqueurs, yeah, I remember them. Incredible, aren't they? Life revolved around booze, didn't it? It did when I was in my 20s, even my teens, really. Everyone had a drink. Remember the old New Year's Eve parties, going to people's houses and all that, Bertie Bass, I was eating them chocolate liqueurs last Christmas. I remember them well, actually. Yes, I remember those. And the cherry ones my dad used to bring back of his jollies in France. Fantastic. It's a huge problem I have is a beautiful home, a huge house, a beautiful car, 2 beautiful grandsons, but a grabbing on my shoulder. Yes, I speak to a lot of people, like yourself, The drink takes over that, and you lose focus. So you need to get onto that link, and I'll do a one-to-one with you and get you off, help you. It doesn't matter what you've got. It'll just take you down, and it's a horrendous illness. It's not taken seriously enough, I don't think, by the powers that be. Such a big revenue from it, isn't it? Tax receipts. These I think alcohol runs in families. Like when I was growing up, maybe I had actually like my parents do. Maybe, yeah. Maybe. I'm not sure it's fun. I think it's learned behaviour. Some people say I think it's genetically linked. I think it's more learned behaviour. It's a bit like, the overweight family. The kids tend to be overweight because of what they eat. So if you've got alcohol around you as a teenager, then you're probably going to try it. But not warned about alcohol. I think you're more warned about other drugs than alcohol. It's still a drug. Every alcoholic is a drug addict, in my view, including myself. I was only stay off it by listening to other people's stories or war stories, if you like, through A. Not so much the steps, which I did find helpful, but again, the people's stories. Yeah, good point. I didn't like A, but it's worked for you, Barry, which is great. Come on, alcohol doesn't discriminate. No, never will. Is alcoholism learned behaviour? I think it could be. It could be. Next up, Lisa, yes, I'm okay. 15 years sober after many failed attempts, but I will always be an alcoholic. Well said. Bertie, famous names chocolate liqueurs from home bargains and the cherry liqueurs last Christmas. True, go on, Lisa. Both of my parents were alcoholics. That's interesting, Lisa, isn't it? Did you start young then? Because I know that the younger you start, the more chance you have of alcoholism hitting you, as it were. The only one in my family is unresolved trauma. Tony may be the same with me. I'm the only one in my family as well. Gareth, just checking in again. Nice to see you. Hello, gang from Dublin. A bit stressed today. I had a little urge, but didn't have a drink. Some days are worse than others. Over now 6 months, look after each other. Well said. Yeah, 6 months is good. Really good. Fantastic, really. You've got to look after yourself. Hope you're enjoying these lives. I certainly am. It's helping everybody. If you want to donate something and drop a super chat in, doesn't have to be very much. Or buy a coffee at the top there. The link's at the top. Lisa, well done, ex-submarine. I wish your name was easier. I know what you're saying. Just say sub. He knows what you mean. Submariner, sub. Perfectly good. Right, let me go on to the next question. How I managed my first year sober. How did I manage my first year? The first few days is hard when you get sober. It's filling in the time, isn't it? When I got out of hospital, my main focus to get over boredom was to focus on getting strong again, really, to start eating again properly, that sort of thing. And you got to maybe start then planning when you're off it to how you're going to deal with things, So, Lisa, sorry to hear that. Wishing you all the best. Frank, my neighbour, who's 71, didn't start drinking until he was 42. Is he an alcoholic, though? Frank, that's the thing. That was a question I got asked. Is he an alcoholic? That's the issue, isn't it? It's it could be any age, I suppose, couldn't it? And it just becomes, as I said before, a habit that turns into an addiction. That's what I think it is. I'm not too sure about genetic link. I think it's learned behaviour in some ways, but I think the genetic. I think that it's the habit, because it's so regular and because you get a tolerance to it, becomes addiction in the end. I think that's the problem. Do I like to batch cook meals at weekends, freeze them for easy meals? That's 6 meals in freezer. That's good. Take your mind off the booze by doing anything. As Dottie said, cook, clean, go for a walk, do something. As I mentioned before, you joined a hotel gym where there's a spa and steam room and all that. That was a healthy environment for me. And I got quite used to that, and I used to go all the time. It wasn't an addiction, it was just a way to fill my time in. And because I wasn't drinking, I felt obliged to look after myself more. So as I've gone further into sobriety, and people I used to know have gone further into alcoholism. I've got much younger, they've got much older, at a faster pace, if that makes sense. So most of the people I know are really suffering now in the late 50s. Tom Honey, I was chronic since about 21, always getting into trouble, losing jobs, DUIs, arrests, broken relationships. It was only when I reached 32 I stopped, but relapsed many times over and over. Okay, Tom, thanks for that. Are you sober now? I'm so, yeah. If it's so, well done. But I was similar to you, yeah. Very early alcoholic and then relapsed a lot of times. Lisa, there's a huge gap in society. Massive. I felt tempted the day I took my knitting to local park, just got the house and out of my head. Yeah, change your mindset. So he was doing amazing for us all. Thanks, Lisa. Tony, yeah, 41 days of heavy relapse. Oh, you said, Tom, yes, 41 days. Good. Well, the thing is, you just got in your mind, Tom, play the tape forward and think, well, how ill am I going to be if I keep boozing? Because you'll not be well, are you? You know? Ex-cars would love to learn to crochet. Well, there you go. Something different, isn't it? It's a hobby that you can do quite easy. Learn a new skill. I go to the shops every day to get out of the house. Anything to get away from booze. Anything will help. You cannot be drinking. You just can't do it anymore. It's the end of it. That chapter's closed, isn't it? The book's closed on that. Slow cooker, still not used it yet. Start using that. I tell you what I bought the other day. It was air fryer, really good, healthy. Cooked a bit of duck tonight. Some veg. At least we are brave enough to communicate. Yeah, exactly. It's the first step. It's bigger than the first step. We know we've got problems here, but we're dealing with them. And this is the only way to be good at it, really. To be good at anything, it has to be consistency. And this is consistent. My neighbour who's 71 just says he never was an alcoholic but doesn't bother with it now. That's fair enough. He just had a little dabble. A few years. My dad is in his 50s. He became a massive prick. I've never seen him one day in 29 years without a beer. Bloody hell. Ninja is a lifesaver, a batch cooking. Little hints of cooking here, that's good. I need to get Lisa off. Get just Jake to the hospital, get some checks. People need to make sure they get checked out if they've got any problems, serious medical problems. This is a good place here to talk about stuff and give practical advice. But you bought a litter picker, get out in the local community picking up other people. Yeah, just do anything. What you're doing here is saving your life. What you're doing drinking is committing suicide slowly. Simple as that. When you think of it like that, then it'll turn your mindset around again. So you seem to be well organised and sensible. I show you in the right chat room. Yeah. Well said, Superman. Pev, nice to see you. This one's Dottie's amazing. She's a bit of an anchor woman. Beef and chicken as well. Top moderator. None of the other two are. We don't need the other two. At the moment. Thanks for putting the book link out there. I'll sort it out for tomorrow as well. The night I nearly died. What was the night I nearly died? I thought I was going to die the night I went to hospital. Because even the paramedics said to each other, God, this guy's ill. But then I had 2 operations after that. And when I went into the operating theatre, when the anaesthetist tipped up, I thought, wow, this is the end, And in fact, the second operation I had, there was 2. This is a bit serious, this. 2 anaesthetists. That's not good, is it? Except I'm more settled at night. My whole afternoon before it's dark. Nicky, my partner's 54 and been drinking for 6 years. Alcoholic, heavy vodka drinker. Having a few days break as he's turning into a twat. That's probably a good idea. Keep away. Yes, at least you'll be fine. We just have to focus. Get under 1-to-1. Frank, alcoholism is slow, painful death. We must remember that. It is, mind. It's not good. That's why people die in hospital. Nicky, nice one, Bertie, Lisa. I mean it, Dottie. Yes, you're great, Dottie. You are. You've been a pillar of strength for a lot of people. Let me just get this. Thank you for the donation. Thanks for every donation. And anybody else wants to drop a coffee in or something, and please do. It's Much appreciated, and it helps support the channel. Yes, we do. I don't change when I drink. Exactly the same. That was like me. It can change people's behaviour, and a lot of people can become aggressive or emotional or angry. That sort of thing. This is the time when I think I might go back. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do these at night. You see, because when you get to bed and get some sleep, you wake up and think, "Thank God I didn't have a drink." Like I said earlier, and 1,000 times before, this will be invaluable in the winter when people are struggling with the early nights when it gets dark early. Have you got a high tolerance to drink? Reese? Have you got a high tolerance to drink? I wish I didn't change, but unfortunately I do after too much. Yeah, some people do change. And some people stay the same. If you'd like to drop a coffee in, please do and support the channel or a super chat. Be most welcome. Some people's personalities change. I don't think mine did. I think I became maybe a little bit dafter because I'm quite a happy sort of guy. Cars, good night, Nikki. Night all. Take it easy, Cars. I'll speak to you soon. We'll probably go for another few minutes. You've got to think about yourself, think about your life and what you want out of life. Lisa, all my liver blood tests were through the roof, an absolute disaster. So were mine. But we can get you back, don't worry. You're young enough. You're fit enough, you're sensible enough to get back. Mine were horrendous. How I'm actually here, I don't know. To be honest, I was a total mess, Yeah, good night, Cars. See you soon. So at least don't worry too much about it. Just, try and taper it down a bit and try and get the doctors and see what they say about coming off it and try and do one-to-one with me as well. There's a book link again. Anybody wants to try the book link? Beef and Changes posted again. Thanks very much. Been amazing tonight. Needs a little big round of applause. Thanks, Beef and Chicken. This is one of the moderators, really good. Deserve a promotion, actually. Con got a shoot, thanks. See it, Con. But if you met me and saw my life, you would know. I know what you're saying, Lisa. Yeah, same as all here, really. It's not. We're not what we don't start out in life to become alcoholics. No one wants to do that. But it will take anybody down, who can't control it. And unfortunately, we can't. But we've got to get out of this, and we can get out of it because I'm living proof. So the Samara, so is Leslie. We just come out and say good night. Leslie had a transplant. Good night, Leslie. Sleep well. Hope it's not too hot tomorrow. Jason means evening legend, and my brothers and sisters in chat. Nice to see you, Jason. How are you doing? Cotton Eye Joe, after a month or so sober, I start to get impulsive and very, very hyper. Can anyone relate? Yeah, that's what like makes you feel good again, don't you? I feel really good now. Not tonight, but in general. Right, see you later, Leslie. Great one in the club. Thanks, everyone. Cheers, Tom. Cotton Eye Joe. Good night, Leslie. Yes, Cotton Eye, agree with you. Good night, Leslie. Again, that's the biggest trap. You don't look like an alcoholic. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I went to this mental health place years and years ago to Sutton, and this first thing the woman said to me, "You look quite smart and you seem to be a decent chap." She was supposed to be a nurse. Terrible. And said, "What? This is what she said. Why don't you drink shandy?" What's going on there? That must be 25 years ago. No, I got in a mess. Crackers. See you later, Frank. But I do know, certainly not just you. That was for a lot of people. A lot of us get in a mess, It's lots and lots of people get into a mess with alcohol. It can be, it's a very destructive disease, a very destructive substance. It's one of them things which will hit anybody. I mean, this old vision of the alcoholic being somebody on a park bench with a brown bottle, brown paper bag and a bottle inside is nonsense, isn't it? In the 80s and 90s, it was glamorised, wasn't it? People were drinking champagne in the city of London, where I was, and in the West End, because it had big bonuses and this sort of thing. And there's no trumps about them. They'll be lying on the park bench. They're all successful people, and that was the issue. It was incredibly bad how many people went down the pan, incredibly bad. I just can't tell you how bad it was. We all just struggling people at the end of the day. We are struggling with lots of alcohol. Life's really tough. Yeah, life can be tough for anybody. I believe that I just believe that it's one of those things where once you lose control of it, it's a bit like falling off a cliff. Somebody once described this. When I was about 18, I was conscious about how much I was drinking. I remember a bloke called James Will who's just died recently. I had a program called Night Owls, and he was talking to a recovering alcoholic, so to say, and he said, "What's it like?" Thanks for that, Beef and James. Hit the like button, yeah, if you can. If you haven't subscribed, then please do. What's it like to be an alcoholic? And he said, it's like falling off before you get an alcoholic stage, you're holding on the cliff. And when you're in active addiction, right, you've fallen off the cliff and you're trying to get back and you can't. And that's the frustrating thing. You just cannot get back on again, back on the edge, back on the ledge. And it becomes this fight for survival. Nicky, there, life is tough, but it's a precious gift. Life's a very precious gift. And most of us have got, at least our movements, most of our limbs, some people haven't got that. Some people haven't really got any cognitive ability. Some people, in homes, kids in homes, there's all sorts of kind of, and I'm going to maybe a bit sort of controversial here, but if there was a God, he's not doing a very good job. Because a lot of scum in prisons that I've seen in my job when I was younger, and there's a lot of good people who've got dreadful, dreadful medical problems. That's just my view. Barry, 147 pint in Bitherspoons locally. Hard to believe. Noticed the wheelchairing outside, as mentioned before. Yeah, Barry's hit the nail on the head. Witherspoon's massive contributor to alcoholism, I think. I'd be quite willing to stand up in court and say that. I believe that Witherspoon's have caused a lot more problems because of the pricing. In dry January, when people are encouraged to stop drinking, Witherspoon's cut their prices. What's that tell you? Dan, I think you become an expert in masking up, especially if you're not an angry drunk. Yeah, I was very quiet. It was just a float around. People had no idea. Nick, 147 a pint of scandalous when a bottle of water can cost more. Yeah. I mean, they do from a business point of view, Witherspoons are good. But from a public health point of view, they're disgraceful. That's me talking. It's just a free country, isn't it? No one's going to bang on the door and arrest me. I hope not. But it is crazy, 147 a pint, isn't it? It's absolute madness. I just want us all to be healthy. I'm sure we can get there. Everyone is going to, in their lifetime or in their sober journey, going to fall off the wagon at some point. I hope I've done enough falling. I think a few of us have done enough falling off. Because the last time I fell off, I was critically ill. That's what I was told. And I was in intensive care. And that was not good. It was not a good place. And I just think, wow, I don't want anybody else to get there. No chance. Because it was so depressing as well, It was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. It became all-consuming, to be honest. I started masking being a drunk more when people named me an alcoholic. Yeah, you do. You try and hide it because it's a stigma. We are drink dependent, giving up alcohol will be the biggest fight of your life. It is mine. And the biggest personal achievement. Try to stay alive as long as you can because you're long term dead. Breakthrough. Richard, good night, Steve. Eyes are feeling heavy. Thanks for another good evening of chat. So yeah, let's it's 10:30 now, so we've had a good hour and a half. It's gone really quick. Thanks for everybody's come on and the new people. If you're new, then go to the description on any of the videos. There'll be links there one-to-one to the ebook. Get the ebook if you can. I'll try and get it sorted for tomorrow to link it and stuff, and we'll go from there, Catherine. Dan, I think people will accept people no matter what they drink, but if you say how you feel drunkenly and you're the worst, what pisses me off big time. Yeah, I know what you're saying, yeah. It's a difficult one, isn't it? This, but we can crack it. The strength of numbers, and my mother used to, but still says 94. Safety numbers. Yeah. Birdie, good night, Steve. Good night, everyone. Reese, my problem with drinking is I drink too fast. That was my problem. Super fast. Crazy fast. was a bit of a nightmare. Absolute nightmare, just down the neck, you know, absolutely crackers. If anybody wants to drop a super chat in before we go, please do donate to support the channel or buy me a coffee, it'd be good. Not buy me a coffee person, but just buy a coffee link is pinned at the top. And we'll start again maybe tomorrow, same time. I hope you're enjoying these. I don't know if somebody says doing them every night is too much. I don't think it is. I think if you've got a problem, then you need to chip in every night something, even just for an hour. You know, get a bit of support and get people motivated. Because if you leave it for a few days, you know, people get complacent. And if you fancy a drink, you know, then maybe you'll not have one because you've got to speak to these people, these good people here every night. Okay, good night. Well, let's wrap it up for tonight. And thanks for the donations. Thanks for coffee. Thanks for everything. Thanks for being here, for all your support and all your chat, all the information, all the I was going to say love and affair, love and attention. I mean, just being good people, you know what I mean? Because we're all here to help, you know. And I think that we can do a good job for people. Yeah, Dottie, thank you all. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you in 22 and a half hours. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. 22 and a half hours. Yeah, thanks again, Beaven Chicken. A round of applause for Beaven Chicken because she's done a fantastic job again with the links and all that. I'm sure we'll get something sorted out. Let's see my partner tomorrow. She'll sort it out. Thanks, Nicky. See you later. I hope you get a bit of peace next few days, and we'll see you all very soon. And have a good rest. You should have a good rest. Only 10:30. I'll let you go to the night. Have an early night. Good night, Jim Bob. Good night, John Boy. I've still never seen that one thing. I don't want to see it. But thanks to you, chat. It's gone really quick night. Could have done with another hour. Take care, everyone. Good night. Yeah, I think it's Monday. A lot of people are tired, aren't they? I'm alright, but I can see a few people around. Maybe going to work and that sort of thing. We'll make up tomorrow. Yeah, I always stop. I feel I overdo it. Yeah, you've got to try and get off the booze, and hope everyone who needs any medical advice gets it tomorrow. If you don't get it tomorrow, push it. Don't be put off by these receptionists who want to know the far end of this and the far end of that. You know what I'm saying? Tell them, I need to see a doctor. Now, if they don't see you, they won't see you on the phone. Go into the doctors and say, I want to see a doctor now. I wish I'd done that 10 years ago. Because they've got a duty of care then. As soon as you step in that surgery, they can't refuse you. Simple as that. Okay, well, I'll speak to you soon. Take care. And sleep easy.